I can tell you that. A lot of great awards are going to be handed out, and it's going to be from the officers who we are going to introduce here in a moment. It's really going to be a phenomenal evening for those who are recipients of awards. Well deserved. I've been able to look at that. My name is Kelly Donahue. I'll be your emceeing for the evening tonight. It's the first time I've done this, so I apologize. If I make mistakes, that means I failed. I failed on a joke, look at that. My wife tells me, anyone know what fail means? She's a teacher. She has children who fail once in a while. But you know what it is? First attempt in learning. If you can look at a positive with a negative, it equals out, doesn't it? So guess what? We're going to have a great evening. I may have failed in the first introduction, but guess what? Now it's going to be a breeze. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce David Blix, our president of the chapter, who will do the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you could please rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, sir. And of course, before we start our dinner, I'd like to welcome up the Holy Father, Alan Snob, to be able to grace us. To bless us, Father. Boy, you're going to bless me, are you? I heard that.
At 74, I'm still able to get a date. Now there's my date again. She decided to come with me another time. I got to tell you a God joke. The other day it was out at Isle of Mont, and I met up with a Jewish doctor. And he said, I got a joke for you, Father. I said, okay. He says, there was a doctor, very prominent and very well established, and he died. And when he got to heaven, there was a great big huge line. And the doctor got kind of impatient and said, you know, somebody as important as I am should go to the head of the line. So he went up, and St. Peter said, oh, you got to go back. You know, so I'm a doctor. Well, that doesn't matter. You go back to where you were. All of a sudden, a man comes along in a lab coat and walks right up to the front of the line and goes straight in. And so the doctor said, well, what about him? St. Peter said, he's God and he thinks he's a doctor. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts which we are about to receive in thy bounty through Christ our Lord.
Oh, that's very good, Father. Thank you, Holy Father. It's great seeing you again, too. So, now it's time for dinner. Do we have salads? Okay, so they're going to bring out salads to us here, and then someone will guide you along the way for eating for the main meal, which is buffet style. So, all right, we'll have our meal. So, dinner has been served. Dessert is almost completed. Did you have a good meal? Yeah. Well, if you did, we need to thank them louder with that applause. We thank Brandon and his crew for the great meal, the great service. I got to tell you, they always do a phenomenal job here. It's a great place to have a banquet. All right, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Calvin Castine, who's just about to finish his cake. You too can have your cake and eat it too. And Calvin is going to introduce the officers as well as give a brief history of the chapter, 462. And then he will go into reading who the award for the 2024 Fraternalist of the Years, the recipient. So, without further ado, Calvin Castine.
Thank you, Mr. W. Okay, let's check my notes. I guess the first thing I'm supposed to do is introduce the officers. You've already seen them up here, David Clips is the president. Steve Walter, the vice president, planning to be here tonight. Secretary is Ella Blakes. Brittany Coleman, the treasurer, planning to be here. The auditors are here. Jeannie Bushy, somewhere. Sherb House, and myself. I'm supposed to tell a little bit of history of this chapter, but before I do that, I forget to mention an upcoming event. Country Dreams Farm at 260 Pellerin Road in Plattsburgh or Beatontown. Depending on what map you're using, I guess. October 13th, 2024, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., members can choose to navigate the corn maze and choose a pumpkin. So that's the 13th day of October, 2024, 11 to 2. A little bit of the history of the chapter. This lodge is, I call it a lodge. We're now officially chapters, but for most of us who for a couple of decades referred to it as a lodge, it's kind of hard to break that. Woodmen was founded back in 1890 by a man named Joseph Cullen Root, who got together with some other fraternalists. And on June 6, 1890, they established the Woodmen of the World. Back then, people didn't have life insurance where they worked. They didn't have insurance companies knocking on their door. So the families were losing, especially back then, a lot of the heads of the household were dying off and the families had nothing. So a lot of fraternal orders banded together. Locally, I think we all went with the Knights of Columbus. And one of the reasons for the Knights of Columbus was providing a death benefit for its members. But they're exclusive to Catholic men. What interested me when I first heard about the Woodmen of the World was that it was a family fraternity and it was open to the entire community. Unfortunately, in New York State, we no longer offer the insurance, but that's what enticed me to get in here back in 1975 and work to establish this chapter. It was actually established in 1972. But it was basically what we call a paper lodge, which meant that the field representative was going around signing up members. Got, hey Kelly Donahue, you want to be lodge secretary? This is short. So when you need some papers signed, you go to Kelly Donahue, and Kelly would sign the papers. But they weren't really active and had meetings and so on. So the first thing I did was go out and find some people that I thought would make for a good lodge, names like Ed Trombley, George Cookman, Howard Reed, Father Jerry Blow, Patty Hicks, Allison Lane, my brother Sam, Jim Robbins, Loyola Pappin, Sherb House joined us after a few years, and we established this family fraternity. We had our first banquet before we actually had our first official meeting. I was working not only with the Woodmen, but also for the North Countrymen. So I was able to get a lot of articles in there pertaining to the Woodmen, a lot of flag presentations, and I get these members to go out and present the flag and get their picture in the paper, and they can feel they were part of the team, and they certainly were. So we had our first banquet in 1975 at the Anchorage. The first honoree was Dr. John Southwick. So if you do the math, this should be our 50th banquet. Just like the North Country Soccer League, it started in '75, and had their 50th championship game last night, but unfortunately, we had 2 COVID years where we didn't have a banquet, so that's why your program says this is the 48th annual banquet. So it was a family fraternity, open to the entire community, and that's what first enticed me to work on this, and I contacted the right people. We got this lodge off to a good start, and it's prospered. I got out of the insurance part of it in '86 when I established Hometown Cable, but we muddled around for a while, and when Dale Gagnon got involved, he really helped spark the interest and regroup the lodge. So we are part of the Northeast group. Originally we were part of New York and New England, but now we are part of the Northeastern jurisdiction. And that includes not only the New York and New England states, but also the states of Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, and Maryland. And in those 11 states, we have 33 chapters. So the person I'm about to announce here has gotten the Fraternalist of the Year award, which means of all fraternalists in the Woodmen in those 11 states, he was picked by a committee as being the most active, not just in the lodge, but in the community as a whole. So the Northeast Fraternalist of the Year award is an honor presented by Woodmen Life to recognize a member who, through example and accomplishment, provided outstanding volunteer service to his or her chapter, society in general, and the community during the year. This award is selected from 11 Northeast states consisting of 33 chapters. This person has volunteered 552 hours in 2023, serving Sarasota County, Florida, and Swanton, Vermont for Habitat for Humanity, serving the needs for future homes in these areas. He also volunteers for the local Champlain Niagara Hose, known to us as the Champlain Fire Department, as Vice President. He promotes fundraisers such as the annual Pancake Breakfast, which provides funding for equipment for firefighting. At Thanksgiving, he puts on and serves to 100 people who are alone and don't have families to celebrate the holidays. He also serves as fire police in our area for fire and EMS services. And finally serves on the Clinton County Firefighters Association board, promoting fire safety, etc. throughout Clinton County. So I'm proud to announce the 2024 Northeast Fraternalist of the Year for the 11 states of the Northeast is our own David Blitz. Keep your speech under 15 minutes. Whoops. The EMS in the house there.
This is quite an honor and a surprise. I've never dreamed of getting this kind of award from any other organization. Thank you.
Well, you'd be a surprise me too. Anybody knows Dave knows that he's 24/7 as far as helping the community. He certainly deserves it. Thank you, Dave. Before I leave, I have one more thing but I want you to leave it. Okay. We have somebody who's celebrating their 17th birthday today. If she could stand up, we could all sing happy birthday to
Her name is Cassidy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cassidy. Happy birthday to you. There you go, Cassidy. Is there a loophole? He just said we have to move to Vermont. However, you could always visit a relative in a certain state that has them and purchase the life insurance there, I believe. There's always a loophole, you know, it's government. And then you can probably become a member someday, right?
That's right.
Or they also have annuities, I've learned. So how can they get the annuity?
Same thing, you gotta be a member.
Gotta be a member, so how, well, if you become a member, we're gonna catch 22, speak with Al or Dave, they'll help you out. Let the chapter rest. I just pass it off. And by the way, David had no idea about this award. Totally surprised for him. So he really well deserved it. I think we need to give him another round of applause. If you really think of a person who deserves it, it's David, because I know him personally in the many hours that he donates to his community as a firefighter, as Habitat of Humanity, for Woodmen Life, taking care of the building, taking care of the land. And it's unsurmountable wherever he is and lives in Florida, Sarasota. He does it there too. So, well deserved. Thanks, David. All right, moving on. The next award is the Woodmen Life has for many years sought through the local chapters to foster a patriotic attitude and a profound appreciation for the miracle that is America. Awards are presented each year in schools across the nation to the student selected as being the most proficient in the study of American history. So, as I read the recipients, could you please come up as I call your name? From northeastern Clinton, Samuel Prairie and Hannah Bayshard. Northern Adirondack, Jillian Guerin and Kyle Wright. In Beacontown Central, Katie Bishop and Vivian Way. And unfortunately, from Shazy Central, Evan Dwyer and Cassidy Kirk were not able to be present. Ellis, you have a phone for pictures? Do you have a phone for pictures for the recipients? For Calvin, you got that?
My wife's got a, Judy, camera, Judy, photos. There we go.
We'll have you stand right over by the flag. Stand over
She was
there.
busy
And the
talking at the
president
table.
will be with you. He's just presenting the awards for now. You're accepting everything. Good, okay.
Good job, Sam.
In one case, a grandparent has come up for the award.
Congratulations. The next award that I will be presenting is a memorial scholarship. And each student receives $1,500 for this scholarship, which is awesome to be able to receive. And I'm happy to say that Jillian Guerin from NACS is a recipient of that. And McKenna Bushke from NACS. Come on up. Stay right up here and we'll get a picture together with Mr. I think the check comes in the mail. Congratulations. Now, heroes, I know that's supposed to be used for school books or other things, if you know what I mean. I hope the parents appreciate that statement. All right. The next award they give is the announced the Bus Safety Driver Award. This goes to a school bus driver who impacts our children's lives by safely getting them to and from school. Woodmen Life chapters honor these men and women and the important role they play in the children's lives by presenting these pins and certificates to the school bus drivers who have driven without an accident. Without an accident, think about that. And we know with our weather up here. But for 35 years, Andre Tatro from Northeastern Clinton Central School has driven without an accident. 30 years, Gary Menard, Northeastern Clinton Central School, and 25 years to Dennis Pilon from Shashi Central School. Please come up and receive your awards. I guess they're not here. They're still driving the bus, where the wheels go round and round. All right, so we'll get those awards to them later. Congratulate them as well. Thank God we have people who are keeping our children safe on the bus. All right, our next award. When a man becomes, they say, a fireman, I'd like to make it all-inclusive and say firefighter as well. The greatest act of bravery has been accomplished. It takes many hours nowadays to become a firefighter in Clinton County. What does he or she do after that? All in the line of work. So, Al Blitz will come up now to present our Fire Department Recognition Award for 2024.
Each year, we at Woodmen Lodge 462, Shazy, New York, recognize a fire department who serves in our communities. This department was formally formed on May 24th, 1949. They strongly believe in helping their neighbors in their time of need. Many of their members have family members that came before them in this department. Some people joined after they or a family member or friend had been in need and had help from the volunteers who had the opportunity for it. Others enjoy the family feel of the department gives. When they are not providing fire or EMS services to other towns through the mutual aid system, they use the station to help out with local blood drives, Boy Scouts, you name it, anything to help out the community. In the past, when they had a crisis such as the ice storm of 1998, this department was a shelter offering a one place to sleep, hot meals for anyone needing a meal, and a place to feel safe in an uncertain time. In closing, this department has 27 members and hoping to obtain more. They might be a small department, but have a big heart. They're giving so much to the community. We at Woodmen Lodge 462 would like to honor West Shazy Volunteer Fire Department, the 2024 Recognition Award for their outstanding service.
Stand by the flag. Press something. I can see it now, the West Shazy White Room. All right, listen, they need more volunteers. Where are the young people? All the young people still in high school, stand up. Not you. Stand up, don't be afraid. I see a bunch right here. You're not in high school? College? Middle school? Where do you go to school? You guys are young, stand up. All the young people, younger than 25, stand up. Wow. That's it? Well, listen, we need men and women like this to join the ranks of the fire department, wherever they are. Matthew stood up. I know Matthew's with the South Oxford Fire Department. And he's done long hours to become a firefighter. We need the firefighters in our community. It is a lot of hours, but they also, all these volunteer firefighters, EMS people, they not only save lives because of their training, they also save us as taxpayers a lot of money. Look into that, because it helps us to keep the cost down, and it keeps our community safe, knowing that these trained people are here. And we're going to go over some of those individuals that have been saved because of them. But now, Dave, Mr. President, can you read the next award? Speaking of emergency services.
The mission of Clinton County Emergency Services to provide service programs to protect the people of our community. Along the way, we also honor individuals during the honor flight, loss of revenue, and loss of firemen. To show our appreciation of these individuals, we at Woodmen Lodge 462 would like to present this 2530 flag to honor such individuals on behalf of them on the need for such occasion. Congratulations for carrying outstanding service to Clinton County. Eric?
So, Clinton County Office of Emergency Services is being presented the flag, and we thank Woodmen Life for this. This is a flag that we just couldn't get out of our coffers. The amount of money and the donation is well received. So thank you. We will honor our people well.
You're going to need about 45 people to help us fold this.
I even got kicked out of my department agency. Wow. Thanks, boss. Didn't wait for the picture for me. Oh, I remember that. So speaking of lives saved, these awards now go to those who have sacrifice themselves for the greater good of others. There's no greater act of love than to show a neighbor to save their life. For this reason, local Woodmen Life chapters recognize individuals in their communities who save the lives of others. So the Lifesaver Award, the first individual while on vacation came to a baby's rescue. While walking the streets of Hampton Beach last fall, they came upon a group of people in distress. This person ran out to see what he could do to help out. When he observed a 5-month-old not breathing, decided to do his ABCs, saving a life. He performed the Heimlich maneuver on the infant, and the infant finally started to breathe. Local EMS finally came and told him that the baby was safe and breathing. Mom and EMS thanked him over and over. As he stated, he was at the right place at the right time. Thus, we would like to congratulate Walter LePan Jr. with a 2024 Lifesaver Award. Walter, you're still with Champlain Fire Department, right? Shazy, that's right, you just went there. I knew it was something. See, you can even change the department and still do the job. So thank you, Walter, for your dedication and commitment that you still do for the community. Our second award, I'm going to read from a paper article announcing Trooper James T. Egan, Jr. Troop B Commander Major Brent Davison and members of Troop B would like to recognize James T. Egan, Jr., Trooper and K-9 Handler for the New York State Police, for his heroic action on May 16, 2024. On May 16, 2024, at approximately 2:50 p.m., Trooper Egan was driving on State Route 95 in the town of Moriah when he observed an Amish wagon traveling at a high rate of speed. The horse looked to be out of control, running through intersections, and having a 4-year-old child as the sole occupant of the wagon. Trooper Egan recognized the dangers the wagon could have caused to the public and the child inside the wagon. So he decided to utilize his division vehicle in an attempt to stop the Amish wagon. And after many failed attempts to stop the wagon with his vehicle, he led the wagon onto a grassy lawn, but the horse would still not stop. He then left, exiting his division vehicle, grabbed the reins, and continued to pull on the reins in an attempt to stop the horse. It wasn't until Trooper Egan was pinned between a tree and the wagon, causing the Amish wagon to stop abruptly. Even though Trooper James T. Egan was in great pain, he went to check the safety of the child inside the wagon. Trooper James T. Egan's Jr. exemplary action likely saved the child's life and had a great influence on the family while risking his own life and causing harm to himself. This is the type of commitment and service the New York State Troopers show to their commitment, community, and profession. So thus, the award for the Lifesaver Award goes to Trooper James T. Egan, Jr. Unfortunately, he is not here to be able to accept, but Mr. Calvin Castine will accept.
We at the Woodmen were always looking for people to recognize. I was looking on Facebook last fall and saw that innocent post that Walter put on there, and I immediately sent it to all of our officers in the lodge, and there was no question that this year we're going to honor Walter with that there. This award here, I read the New York State Police report for Troop B on a daily basis. And I saw that this award was given out by Brent Davison, the local commander here for Troop B, to this individual. And even though it happened in May, Major Davison gave him an award recently, so that's what I was reading. And that was only a couple of weeks ago. So Ella got on the phone with our area of Northeast go-to person, Mickey Bennington, and he worked extra hard to get this award here on time. Unfortunately, Trooper Egan is unable to be here, so I'm going to take this and get a hold of Brent Davison and make sure that this is presented to him from the Woodmen. And thanks to the entire community. This young Amish boy was saved in his heroic efforts. So we're always looking for this kind of people to recognize. So don't count on us to do that. If you see something like that, let us know. If you know somebody deserving of any of these awards that we present on an annual basis, don't be bashful. 462 has a Facebook page. I'm on there. Several of our officers are on there. Don't be bashful about offering up names for us to recognize in the future. And I'm very glad I noticed this article because this officer and Walter too were very deserving of these Lifesaver Awards. Thank you.
So, Fraternal Spirit Award. Each year in Woodmen Life chapters, a member who made the greatest contribution towards supporting and advancing the chapter and our organization receives this award. Our fraternalist of the year may have retired from CDPH after 34 years, but she hasn't slowed down any. She was a caretaker for North Country Home Services, has volunteered 5+ years at Habitat for Humanity in Vermont and Florida, an active member volunteering for the St. Mary's Bazaar, provided Thanksgiving dinners for 100+ members of the community that were not able to be with a family on the holiday for several years. As a member of Woodmen for over 18 years, she is always ready to lend a helping hand. She stepped up when needing a secretary and has put her heart into it for 3 years, spending countless hours keeping all chapter records up to date, scheduling events, attending local and jurisdictional meetings, working the pumpkin patch events, movie days, and can't forget the hours cleaning the chapter hall, filing all reports with Omaha, serving food to members, and arranging all the awards in preparation, even for this evening. So please join me in congratulating Ella Blitz, our 2024 Woodmen Life Chapter 462 for the Champion of the Year. One might say this is all in the family of Woodmen Life. Congratulations. How can I forget Bill, right? Daughter Jennifer came up from Florida to be able to be here for this couple receiving their awards. Totally surprised for Dave, but the members chose Ella, so it's all in what you do in your community. Thank you for your dedication. Oh, as David reminded me, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have had this banquet and all the good food. I added the good food. Thank you, Ella. Caring for Other Award. Whether driving the elderly to medical appointments, providing hot meals to families in need, or an individual who just shows compassion for others. Each year, our local chapter finds a citizen who just goes about her daily life and completes this task. We would like to have Julie Bouchard come up and speak about caring for other recipients as she receives the trophy for issues.
Christmas Magic, a program that has put smiles on children's faces for over 20 years. One that without the drive and dedication from our community wouldn't have the many years of success it had. To give you some insight on the history and becoming of the program, it started out with an idea and a local company sponsoring one family. From that one family, as the need grew, so did the generosity of local community, businesses, and members. We have grown from that one family in need to existing over 100 families some years. To think about them waking up on Christmas morning with gifts under the tree when otherwise there may have been nothing is an image that makes all of the hard work worth it. We are here for the community and the betterment of it. When we have a need, the community has always met and exceeded that need time and time again. As a program that exists birth to 12th grade, we encompass a large range of needs, wants, and are able to provide that magic. Together with the generous donations and countless volunteer hours from our elves helping to coordinate and organize all the gifts. Speaking as one of the volunteers and the one who processes the application, it brings me great satisfaction to see the parents' joy and the sense of relief when they pick up their gifts. As you all know, making ends meet gets harder and harder every year. This program is one way that we can help alleviate a life stressor. It is with great honor that I present this award to the woman who brought this program into fruition. The woman took an idea and along with the hard work and dedication of those she surrounded herself with, was able to grow the program into what it is today. A big thank you to our current elves, Marcy, Kelly, Joan, Janet, Roxanne, Marcia, and Deidre. These ladies, along with the many before them, have spent countless hours and nights ensuring that everything was just right for the family pickup day. A big thank you to the Lakeview Pub, who has been the generous host site of the program for many years now. We would like to present this award to Cindy Bombardier. I thank you for being the light in our community that everyone needs, the person that goes above and beyond to make the world a better place. I want you to know that you are irreplaceable and you will forever leave a lasting impression on every single one of the families you have helped over the past 20 plus years.
Congratulations. And the next award is the Contribution Caring for Youth Award. The youth are our future, and we want them to excel in all areas of life. This award honors an adult who has made an exceptional contribution to the community for the youth. So I'd like to ask Sheriff House to come up and present this award.
not very good at public speaking. I said this last year, I'll say it the last time. I'm very happy to be here this evening. So I say hi to everybody. Great mix of people here. I see clarifiers, business people, just a vast community of Woodmen people. I've been involved with them for like 2 years, as Calvin said. And I enjoy being here, and I'm glad to give this presentation. So, top of the evening to everybody, and thanks really an awful lot for being here for a great Woodmen celebration. And helping honor many of our woodmen that make a difference. So yeah, I'm not very good at public speaking, right? Each year, we concentrate our recognition on community and youth. Tonight, we combine both categories in our highly honored contribution to youth award to an individual that brings both of these categories together. I have a little trouble with my voice too, so I'm not going to break down and cry, I promise. Our youth are the government and development of our communities. Without the guidance of individuals like this, it wouldn't happen. Tonight, we honor Ann, excuse me, Ann is becoming fit this to a T. As a longtime player, coach, and board president for She's a Youth Hockey, and then the adult leagues. He also remember past president of She's School Board. He's also coached both soccer and hockey since before he even had kids in the program. He and his wife ran the She's a Youth Commission soccer program with more than 200 kids participating. He started many years ago with She's a Youth Hockey under the guidance of his dad, coach, and mentor, Roger Truro, who was one of the founding fathers of She's a Youth Hockey. He also organized and participated in North Country Soccer League. He is still very active in men's hockey and with soccer. And with the men's hockey, they just supported the national championship. Adults, bring children to youth, then to adults, in retaining their expertise and enthusiasm in building a beautiful community is what this man has done. Between him, his family, and his businesses. Excuse me. No, that's okay. We got one.
I pushed it out, see what I did there?
This man is no secret to anyone here. I want to welcome Craig Drew and any member of his family or all who would like to come up and accept the award.
One more.
Just a little light story. Probably about 2 months ago, I was over at the Shazy Apple Lodge having breakfast with my good friend Zeke Vanguard. we were yapping about on this and that and the other thing. We went out and we were comparing our vehicles and went around and took a look at the hits on the back of my vehicle. We went back over in front of the steps, talked for a little bit, then I took off, jumped in my truck, and all of a sudden Brett Drew was up the window. He's spiraling away at me, and so I opened the door, I took my keys, rolled the window down, so opened the door, and Brett says, "Hi, sure." I said, "Hey, Brett, how you doing, buddy?" "Good, good, good." He says, "You know, you're sitting in my truck." And he looked around and said, "Look at all this stuff. This isn't my truck." I said, "Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry." Yeah, both the same identical color Ford XLTs. So I thought I'd end it up.
Thanks, sure. Father showed me up and you showed me up. That's great. Great jokes. Okay. That's the next award I'm ad-libbing here. And I did apologize to a gentleman that just received his award because he has a young-looking family. So that's why I thought you were all young, and so you still can join the fire department though, so remember that. This next award is Woodmen Life. Hand out a lot of flags to businesses, not just to hand them out. It's businesses who do things for the community. And like our office, all our flagpoles, we have them because of Woodmen Life. And we thank you for that honor. And when we fly the flags, we know it's because of your donations that we are able to fly those flags proudly, and they're all in unison. So thank you. But here's another thing. I'd like Barry and his crew from the honor flag to come out. Yep, come on out. We're going to present the flag. They are being presented tonight the flag that they will fly for the honor flight. They dedicate and honor all our past Army and Navy, all the services personnel. And so they're dedicating this flag to them this night. So let's thank them for the honor of honoring our veterans. All right, and finally, the Community Leadership Award. This award is given by a local Woodmen Life chapter to one citizen each year who is involved in the community on a wide scale. It honors someone who serves on a volunteer basis on committees, boards, and special projects. We would like to have Tammy Castine come up and say a few words about our 2024 recipient of the year.
Right, hi everyone. I'm Tammy Castine, and joining me is Colton Castine, and we are happy to introduce the Woodmen Life 462 2024 Community Leadership Award recipient. This prestigious award is presented by Woodmen Life chapters to an individual who demonstrates exceptional community involvement, recognizes those who actively contribute their time and talents through various committees, as has mentioned, boards and special projects. And this individual's unwavering commitment to the northern tier and Clinton County perfectly embodies the spirit of this award. And Woodmen Lodge 462 is honored to present it to him. Most of you are familiar with Calvin Castine as the face of hometown cable. For an impressive 41 years, he has dedicated himself to preserving and sharing our local history, from documenting community events and sports to producing insightful interviews and historical programs. His unique blend of humor and perspective has created valuable video records that will be cherished for generations. While we could elaborate on his numerous achievements, we'll try to keep it brief. Before we highlight some of these accomplishments, here's an interesting tidbit. Calvin is a talented writer who early in his career wrote for a humor magazine at the age of 17 in 1964. The editor was the co-creator of Captain America. In 1967, Calvin received a letter from Marvel Comics letting him know that Stan Lee wanted him to take a writer's test. Now, while that was quite an honor, and Calvin was flattered by that, he was a little intimidated about leaving the North Country to go to New York City. So thankfully, he stayed. We're fortunate that he did choose to stay here, marry his wonderful wife, Judy, and raise a family of 4, and selflessly serve our community, while preserving our local history. He's also serving the North Country as a second-term Clinton County legislator for Area 1. His past accomplishments include
President of Lake Champlain Slow Pitch League, the Northern Basketball League, and the Northern Soccer League.
Chairman of the Town of Champlain Citizens United for Action and Narcotics Guidance Council.
Vice President of the Northern Tier Senior Housing Project during the establishment and construction of the senior housing in Champlain.
He served many years as the chairman of the St. Mary's Bazaar Game Booths.
He was co-chair of the Northern Tier Labor Day MBA Telethon.
Chairman of the Sister Joe Fund.
Board member during the formation of the New York, New England Youth Corporation.
Was responsible for every American medalist at the 1980 Winter Olympics and the 1984 Summer Olympics, receiving an American flag from the Woodmen of the World.
Board member of the Bob Van Park Committee.
And past awards include Mr. Woodman 1990.
Northern Tier Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year 1992.
Certificate of Appreciation, Shazy Lions Club 1992.
Northern Adirondack Central School FFA Honorary Chapter Degree 1996.
New York State Athletic Administrators Association Certificate of Appreciation 1998.
Woodmen New York, New England Fraternalist of the Year 1999.
8-year Woodmen National Delegate 1995 to 2003.
Shazy Rural School Alumni Honorary Member 2001.
Ross's Point American Legion 912 Citizen of the Year 2001.
Northeastern Clinton Central School Yearbook Dedication 2019.
Clinton County's 6/70 Award, also one of 2 Clinton County residents to get similar awards at the state level in 2019.
2021 Certificate of Appreciation for the Rouse's Point Fire Department.
And 2022 Certificate of Appreciation from Rouse's Point American Legion Post 912. This year, we're pleased to add the Woodmen Life 462 2024 Community Leadership Award. Congratulations, Calvin, and thank you for all that you do.
think they both did a nice job. And I should point out the Northern Soccer League is not the North Country Soccer League. Back when I was working at Sheridan, a couple of Bayshard brothers, Mike, not the Mike that's here tonight, but Mike and Roy Bayshard kept complaining, there's a softball league, there's a basketball league, no soccer league, so we got together and we had a 4-team soccer league for a couple years in the 60s. And a few years later, the North Country Soccer League came and it's grown for 50 years. Most of these awards I have voted on. This one here I was outvoted on. I had said no when this was brought up, and I was outvoted, unfortunately. And I believe the idea for this award probably caught some movement last year when Dean, Debbie Trombley, and Mary McCaffrey had the fundraiser for Hometown Cable, a successful fundraiser. So I appreciate their efforts, and I think this kind of sparked the idea of maybe presenting you with this award tonight. 41 years of recording our local history, that includes decades of 7 days a week efforts. There was a while if I didn't record something on a particular day, I felt I was goofing off. I had to be somewhere recording something. And the Mondays through Fridays were generally 14-hour days. I was only able to do this because of volunteer help. Sam, my brother Sam, was the chief volunteer for a whole bunch of those years. We did try to get him some income for a few of those years, but he was the only person whose dollars paid per hour worked, or rivaled my own dollars paid per hour, so he didn't make much. When my own kids hit the JV level, I decided I wasn't going to miss their games while I was out recording someone else's kids. So I only missed 2 of my kids, my 4 kids' JV and varsity games. My oldest son, Justin, was in the JVs. I wasn't sure how comfortable he was with the video camera always pointing at him and his team. So I took 2 games off, one at Mariah and one at Ticonderoga, so he could have a vacation from the camera. Outside of that, I was there for every JV and varsity ball game for my 4 kids. So over the years, we recorded well over 20,000 local events, again with the help of volunteers, and we're able to save those for history. And I certainly appreciate the members of the Clinton County Historical Association who showed up tonight to show their support. The Clinton County Historical Association has been very supportive over the years. When you get to the bottom line, I've only been able to accomplish what I've done was mainly possible because of one person. I've never made much money through Hometown Cable, so Judy had to become the breadwinner. Through her job at Wyeth, we had a livable income. When she came home after work, she had to handle her duties at the house with the house and kids. We were fortunate to also have my mother around during those years for extra babysitting duties. And when I was busy recording a JV or varsity game, she could often be seen grabbing a camera for a modified or youth event. In fact, she still reluctantly grabs a video camera every once in a while. So in short, if I've been able to do something positive for the community over the years, it's only possible because of Judy's support. Thank you.
I always call Calvin my hero, and when I just heard he wrote and connected to Captain America, well, now I know why. Such a writer. Thank you, Calvin. Congratulations. And where's the oldest son?
Not here tonight.
He's not here tonight? That's a bummer. I was going to ask him, was he looking for the video of that game? He scored the goal, and he never had the video. Way to go, Calvin. Sometimes there's sacrifice, right? Well, we come down to the evening where everyone's really been waiting for, right? The door prize.
There we go.
So, get your tickets out. The door prize selection for the basket of raffle. By the way, thank you for all those who brought some goods for the evening. For where did they go? Where do you donate the goods?
Altona.
Altona? Altona JCO? Okay, perfect. Thank you for that, those gifts for the poor. So, without ado, you have the basket? No, the tickets? So the proceeds, by the way, for the tickets go to Jane's Fight Fund. And as we all know, Jane was the owner of the PAX samples, and so Jane fought cancer for many years, and so they received a lot from their travels, and so this is a small way in which they can continue the mission of what Jane received, and so these go to, the funds will go to that fund. Father, did you pick your ticket? I know you're as honest as today. If you're not, you're going to have to go to confession. Number 7917. 7917. I didn't read all the numbers. Who won it? Oh, yay! There we go. Come on up. I gotta check that ticket. I gotta make sure it's right. There you go. Go get your basket. Sorry, you can get it now. Do you want to leave it there? Do you want to leave it there? She'll leave it there. I'll take it home for you if you want. Congratulations. Listen, thank you everybody for being here. I think we need to give again a round of applause to Ella and the crew and Dave. Oh, there's one more. I didn't know you didn't tell me. 3 door prizes? Donated by David Lewis. I didn't know this. I don't know, I'm just the MC. They tell me at the last one. Dessel Ronald. Frat. Or is it Ronald Dessel Frat? That was good. Thanks, Eric, for that help. No? Dessel's not here? Next. Caden Guerin, AHA. Caden? Here? He left? Can you take it to him? Or do they have to be here? I don't know the rules. They don't have to be here, do you? Jacqueline Rascal? She left too? Oh, right here. All right. Come on up. What did they win? Cutting boards? Is that what they are, Dave? Yes, cutting boards. Madam Secretary, is there anything else? That's it? Do I need to close the show? I bet you, listen, the bar's still open. Always good to have a drink before you go home. But do not drink and drive. Or I'll see you at one of my teaching programs I do. And I don't want to see you there. And you see flowers on the table. You can take the flowers home with you, not the vases, just the flowers. You can do rock, paper, scissors for those, or just share it for somebody you love. And let us, we're not done. Last thing, I'd like to send off a nice Irish blessing for you. Holy Father, may I do that? Do I have a permission from you? Do I receive the power from you? Thank you, Father. Bow your heads and pray for God's blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon the fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hands. May Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, the Holy Spirit. Go now and celebrate. Thank you for being here, folks.